Good morning. It is 7:19 a.m. on Friday, April 5th, 2019, here in South Korea. I am Christiana Ellis, and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. Excuse me. Cough, cough. Clear throat. I was thinking just before I started recording, I was having that brief moment of panic about, like, wait, I'm going to need to talk about something, right? What should I talk about? But the things that were on my mind were basically planning the schedule, because as the new season of Game of Thrones approaches, the gang of that I do Beyond the Wall with, that Game of Thrones podcast, we're starting to think about when can we record for that. And then, of course, I also have talking about Survivor. But given that I'm now in South Korea, it makes it more challenging to record, because the only times that would normally work are evenings, but evenings and afternoons in the US are mornings for me here, so my time is limited. So it's just trying to schedule those different things happening. But also, part of what I needed in order to make either talking about Survivor or Beyond the Wall happen is the ability to watch Survivor and Game of Thrones from here. And when I'm at home, I could easily watch Survivor just on the local CBS station, or watch it through the CBS All Access streaming, which I also have. But neither of those work for me here. Likewise, for Game of Thrones, I have HBO on my cable at home. I have HBO Go, but neither of those work for me here. And I was trying to figure out what I needed to do. But of course, the answer to both of those problems is a VPN, which I believe stands actually for Virtual Private Network, despite my little video silliness. Alternate. So in case you didn't notice it, Very Planned Nights was VPN. See, it's a joke. Get it? Anyway, but yeah, so fortunately, I have a friend who is able to set me up on a VPN, and I tested it out to watch the latest episode of Survivor, and sure enough, it works. But it just strikes me as an interesting element of the sort of, I don't know, like the Wild West nature of the internet, in the sense that there are laws, and in many cases those laws might be bad laws, but in any event they're unenforceable regardless. So just this idea that the only reason I can't watch CBS All Access streaming from here in a normal way like I would if I was in the States is because of region locking, because CBS has specific license agreements for their, and that the rights to show Survivor in Korea, theoretically, like, do they belong to someone else? Or is it essentially just like what? So why would it not be allowable? It's probably just because the laws are complicated in terms of, if it's broadcast in another country where the copyright laws are different, what does that mean for the overall rights and everything? And these are complicated. But the thing is, you have these rules, these laws that they're trying to work around, but a VPN is not a complicated thing, and it allows you to just completely bypass whatever software they put into making it impossible to watch from here by just tricking it. And it's kind of a little bit like if in your city they had checkpoints on every corner where you have to agree to let your bag be searched, and make sure you don't have any contraband. But all you have to do to bypass them is just like sneak around the side. Like they have a checkpoint with a big gap next to it. And if you go through the checkpoint, they search your bag, but you can also just choose to not go through it and nobody cares. I don't know, whatever. I'm not complaining, given that I am now able to watch the shows I need to watch. But, I hope that this is still running. I got a message suggesting that my connection was briefly interrupted. But in any event, I'm actually just finishing. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. And I will talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.